Making a pizza today. Since I made some sauce last night, I want to make a pizza. So we're going to make a no yeast pizza dough, pizza crust, and I have the recipe right here. We'll look at it here. You got 2.5 cups of flour, 2 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of oil, and 3/4 to 1 cup of water. I've made this crust before. It'll be 1 cup of water. All right. Then what we do is mix all the dry ingredients and add 3 cups of water and oil. Stir until it forms in a ball. The dough if the dough is stiff, add more water. The dough will be soft, not sticky. Knead dough on a floured surface for 3 to 4 minutes. Bake for 400 degrees. Bake at 400 degrees for 15 to 25 minutes. So first off, I'm gonna preheat the oven. So I'm putting it to 400 degrees. All right, now we gotta start mixing our products together. So we got our flour. We got 2.5 cups of flour. We got a measuring cup of one cup measuring cup here. One, 2, and the nice thing is in this container here, there's a halfway mark in the container, so that's halfway through. So it's 2.5 cups of flour. Put this off to the side, and then we gotta add all the powder. So we got the baking powder, 2 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder. This is a teaspoon. The bigger one that you see is called a tablespoon, but I also have a measuring cup tablespoon, so we're using that for the tablespoon measurement. So it's 2 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. 1, 2, and I'm kind of eyeballing it 3/4 there. So it's not exact, but it's close enough. If it's a little bit too much, a little bit too little, it won't make that much of a difference. And then we got to add our salt, which would be 1 teaspoon of salt. In fact, I should do it over this measuring cup so you don't want the salt to spill in there. Okay, there's our salt. And now we have to add our oil and water. So it's a tablespoon of oil, a little olive oil here. Top, pour it in. Put this off to the side for now. And 1 cup of water. Okay. And we mix it up. Okay.
Mixing with your hands now?
And mixing with my hands to get it kneaded together. Because the spoon wasn't squishing it together to make it a ball. It is a little sticky here, huh? But get a little more flour. There we are. Nice. Okay, we are almost done here. We just got to roll it out next. Okay, get this out of the way. I got a rolling pin, So we can roll this out. And then we're going to put it on this pan here. So what I want to do is put a little food release on here so the dough won't stick when it cooks. We roll this puppy out. In fact, we can do it in here next. So flatten it out. You got a nice round circle. Next thing we have to do is put our sauce. And my sauce right here. It's cold, doesn't have to heat it up for when you're making pizza. I'm just gonna make a cheese pizza today. So we're gonna put the sauce on.
What's that thing called you're using?
Oh, God. What is it called?
I think it's the ladle.
Ladle, thank you very much, Paige. You're using this ladle here, and the sauce is the most important thing of pizza because all mozzarella cheeses taste pretty much the same or close to the same, but the sauces are what makes the difference in the taste of pizza. So you want to make sure to have enough sauce in there. You don't want to have too much, but like I said, sauce is the best part of the pizza. So we make sure to put enough on. Now we add our cheese. Notice I left the crust on the outside, so it has a crust. Cheese here.
What kind of cheese?
Mozzarella cheese. Thank you very much. And you spread it all around. And again, the cheese is your preference. Some people like a lot of cheese. Some people don't like a lot of cheese. So it's up to you what you prefer.
It's a lot of cheese.
And see how I spread it around all over, and it'll melt and cover it up next. So here we are, nice cheese pizza. Next thing you got to do is put it in the oven for 20 minutes. And I'll have another video showing the end result.